And so the first tool that we're going to talk about in terms of instructional video production is one that most of you probably have either in your pocket or in at least one case I think I saw in your hand right now. And that will be your smartphone.
Yeah.
Okay. Smartphones are incredibly useful video capture tools. The cameras in modern smartphones, in the smartphones made in the last 2 or 3 years, are actually better than the studio cameras in TV stations 20 years ago.
Wow.
This is an iPhone 6 Plus. It's got a better camera in it than just about any other camera I've got in the room here.
Wow.
It is the best one. It also has decent audio input. It's got a pretty good microphone on it. So you can record really decent video with a smartphone. You can also very easily get that video online so that your students can share it. And that's the first process we're going to talk about. Maybe Michael, there he is. Sorry, I'm about to need you. Thank you. We're good for the moment, but maybe the most challenging thing with capturing useful instructional type video with your smartphone is having to hold it handheld while you're doing it. You know, and moving around and quivering and so on, especially if you're shooting for more than a few seconds. Now, generally with instructional video, you want to keep it as brief and as concise as possible, but still, 2 or 3 minutes is a long time to hold that phone steady and not get your audience seasick. Well, there's a way around that. And Michael, if you can focus over here, I'm going to go right around Yolanda here. Let's see, have I got you selected, Mike? You can tell right here.
No, it's the webcam.
Yeah. So let's go. Okay, now this one. That's the right one. Okay, what we have here is just a standard video tripod. These come in all shapes and sizes. This one, I think, was $25 on Amazon.
Hey, Dave, we're not seeing you.
Oh,
You're not sending the signal. Oh, it's black screen.
oh my gosh. Uh-oh, sorry. Something just happened. We'll fix it.
It's there on the mixer, but it's not on the output.
Could be a connection.
I don't think you're doing, you haven't done share screen yet.
No, I'm not intending to share the screen here.
Oh.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm back on the webcam. What happened there? That's interesting. Sorry, minor equipment adjustment. We'll be back in a moment.
There we go.
All right. Well, what happened there? Gremlins. One thing you have to have if you're going to do instructional media is patience with technology. Okay. So we've got a standard video tripod. Once again, I think I paid $25 for this on Amazon. It's not a great one, but it'll work. And on top of it, I have a little adapter. Can you zoom in on that, Mike?
Yeah.
$8 at Amazon. Again, they were feeling good that day. It's just a little clamp. It stretches out, and you can take your smartphone and put it right in there. Oh, if you're Okay. Let me get my camera up now. Let's switch. Let's see. Mike, can you hit input 2 on the switcher? Okay. Should be seeing my back. Okay, now you don't want to see my back. Now can we see the
We see it.
yes, there's the smartphone in the clamp. So I can hold it steady, hand tilt and zoom it, and get good solid video. You can also get tripods that will sit on a desktop. I don't have that out here. I must have taken that back in the office. I'll show you that in a little bit. But tripods can range from, something about yay high to a full-size tripod like this, and none of them are, and you can get things that are very inexpensive that will work fine. So, as soon as you all know how to shoot a video on your smartphone, we'll see on this one. All I have to do is, this is an iPhone, so I just hit my camera, and there's my viewfinder. Just a note, you can, of course, do selfie videos as well by using your selfie camera. Ooh, geez, that was too close. But remember that the selfie camera is about half the quality of the back camera, the main camera, on any cell phone. So if you're shooting something other than yourself or somebody behind you, it's desirable to use the main camera. And there we are. It's focused on everybody. The image is just great, as you can sort of see from there. And now, all I have to do is set it on video. And away we go. All right, I need some performance out there. Okay, Pete, how are you doing today?
I have to get into camera view, right?
You're in it. Remember,
All right, how about
oh, there you go.
that? I'm doing fine, Dave. Thank you. How are you doing?
Great. It's great to have you here.
Glad to
In a minute, when I'm sure everybody's made it here, I'm going to ask everybody to we'll wait till we get past this segment here. And then welcome. And there's Michael T. Mogg. And I can hand tilt and zoom in and out with the smartphone. And if you want to, welcome. So we've got a little video now.
Could you use that adapter for something like a Steadicam?
Pardon?
The phone adapter, could you use something like that for a Steadicam?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's basically what it'll fit on any standard tripod mount. Tripod screw.
What did Emma was asking what that it's an adapter. What's it called that adapts the iPhone to the tripod?
Yeah, it's a smartphone tripod adapter.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah. And like I say, this one costs about $8. I'll show it to you again in a second without the phone, the jaws of it. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording. That's more than enough of that. And I'm going to pull the phone off the adapter. Again, this is all TIS. Let me zoom in on that. Michael?
Yeah.
No, I'm still on this camera. Right? Yeah. Zoom in on that. There it is. Just nothing much to it. When it came in the mail, I thought they'd sent me the wrong thing. But it's just got a spring or probably just a big rubber band inside, and you just stretch it out and it holds the phone in place. It'll work with any phone, up to a phablet like this one, a phone tablet. Okay, now for the next part of this, let's go back over to the document camera. We got more cameras, and we got people this morning, I think. Okay. get to the... All right. Let's zoom in on that a little bit. All right, this is how you do this on an iPhone. It's even easier on an Android phone. And we have a tutorial on that which Katie made, which I'll show you in a moment. Pull back out a little bit on that.
I'll see if I can add the link to the chat box.
Oh, would you? Thank you. All right. Now, on an iPhone, to put this on YouTube, we need a separate app, unfortunately. You take a look at that. There it is. Making sure I got the right one here. Okay. This app, actually I could have shot the video on this app. I just used the regular video app on the iPhone to do it. But if I tap all videos here, I think you all can see that. And here obviously is the one we just shot. And you can actually do some very basic editing right on the iPhone if you want to in this app. And I think the same is probably true of the Android, or is it, Katie? Katie's the expert on that.
Whether what is true or not?
Can you do a little basic editing on the Android phone before you send it up to YouTube?
I don't think you can.
Okay, well, you can on the iPhone, but I certainly don't recommend it. If you're going to do basic editing, you're going to want to wait until it's already on YouTube in all probability. Or perhaps you're going to want to edit it before you put it on YouTube. We'll talk about how to do that here in a second. Okay, so all I have to do now to send it on to YouTube is hit this onward arrow here, I think. Let's see if I remember. That looks like it. And, yeah, and you can see, I think, in the upper right-hand corner here, upload. I can zoom in on that. Ain't technology fun?
Hey, by the way, folks who are watching online, I just learned something new about Zoom. Right now we're looking at Dave's in gallery view. You might be just seeing his small little video. If you right click, or no, I guess speaker view, right? Go to speaker view in the top right corner, and that will enlarge the video of the speaker. So that'll make his screen, as he's showing us the stuff on the YouTube, that'll make his screen a lot bigger, a little easier to see.
Indeed, thank you.
I saw there's another thing, you can right click and say pin, which actually will keep his video as the primary large video even when there are other speakers. So that's handy too. We could have used that on Friday, Dave.
Yes, indeed.
Last Friday.
Indeed.
Anyway, sorry, interruption.
Not at all. No, that's good. I just did that so I could see it. But there's an option to switch to active speaker. When you, if we start having a conversation, it's always nice to see who's talking. And Zoom will automatically show, if you're in speaker view, which is a button in the upper right-hand corner of the video window, if you mouse over it, speaker view, you'll see whoever's talking. Now, hopefully you've been seeing seeing my video, which is right now, it looks like a picture of Pete because we're seeing the video on the iPhone there. That confused me for a second. I was like, why am I looking at Pete? I'm supposed to be seeing the iPhone. Oh, Pete's on the iPhone. All right. So you see the upload button. I take it everybody sees that?
Yes.
So that's about all there is to it. You do have to be logged into your YouTube account. If you don't already have a Google account, you surely need one. No one can live in this day and age without a Google account. And the YouTube is, of course, completely free. unlimited use, unlimited videos, unlimited bandwidth, and it's one of the best video hosting services around. So there's no reason not to use it. You can, on YouTube, you can set videos to be public so that the entire world can not only see them, or not only play them, but find them by searching for them. Or you can set them to unlisted, which means only people to whom you give the link can view the video. But anybody you give the link to can view the video. That's our usual setting for stuff that's, you know, in any way personal or not meant to be shared with the entire world. So something like this we just make public because it might be useful to people outside the district. Anyway, that's all there is to sending a video to YouTube, right? It's on its way, and there's not much of an indication of that, but it should be on its way, and I should get an email here in a little bit. Oh, that's interesting. And we can keep up with the world while we're doing it. Should have turned that off. Okay. Any questions about any of that? About how to record a video with your smartphone and get it up to YouTube?
What type of software would you recommend to use with that if you want to edit it?
Good question. What if you want to edit the software? Well, there is a basic video editor on YouTube that we're going to take a look at. Basic equipment. It's not real effective, but for very simple edits, it's okay. If you're going to do more complex editing, my recommendation is Camtasia Studio, or Camtasia for the Mac, both of which have phenomenally good editors built into them and are relatively inexpensive.
Dave, will that Camtasia Studio also do the closed captioning?
Yes, indeed. And anything that we put online, a public website, or anything that you put in your Blackboard course and use for more than one semester, or if you happen to have a hearing impaired student this semester, right away, has to be captioned. And there are a number of ways to do that. We're going to show you how to do that week after next. Well, not week after next. In about 3 weeks. Next week is spring break, right?
Right.
So we won't be here on Friday next week. But the following Friday, we're going to look at a marvelous little tool called Padlet that is almost a little LMS all in itself. And then the week after that, we're going to do an entire 2 or 3 hours on text. Let's see, I see an app question mark. Would you care to expand on that? That was in chat.
Is Camtasia Studio software I have to purchase it, or is
Yeah, unfortunately.
okay.
Anything with a good video editor in it, you're probably going to have to pay for.
Okay.
There are some free video editors that are okay. I like the one on YouTube. And you can do basic stuff with it. If you really get to the point where you're really doing some serious editing, you're probably going to want a decent video editor. Camtasia for the Mac is $75 for an educator.
Okay, thanks.
And yes,
I do have a
Yolanda.
question. To add on to asking about Camtasia Studio,
Mm-hmm.
so whatever department we're in, we need to go ahead and contact a vendor to get pricing for it, or do we go through you to get a copy or purchase Camtasia Studio?
Good question. You don't have to go through anybody if you've got a purchasing card or somebody who has a purchasing card. You can buy it right off the TechSmith website and you can get the educator's price right off the TechSmith website. I'm trying to get Yolanda in here. There she is. All right. You can also buy it from Southland, and they'll get the education price for you. You can download a 30-day free trial from the producer's website anytime you want to.
Okay.
And that's true for both Camtasia Mac and Camtasia Studio, which is the PC version. PC version is a bit more powerful. It's $179 for an educator. Retails for over $300.
And it's worth doing that for all your PowerPoint lectures too.
Oh, yeah, if you're going to get, it's basically a screencasting tool. That's how it was originally envisioned, but it happens to have the best video editor I've ever used in it. So editing, just don't get too married to the idea of needing editing.
It could probably drive you crazy, right?
Yeah, and a Chrome app called WeVideo, yeah. Yeah, they're just all sorts of free video tools or inexpensive video tools these days. But if you want real capability, you're going to have to pay a little bit for it, but not a whole lot. All right, let's see here. Let me get back to the other camera there. We're using Zoom here. I don't know what that blank screen was. That was my phone. To broadcast this, obviously, we're using Zoom.us, the amazing new software web-based video conferencing tool. This allows you to not only broadcast live meetings, which are also face-to-face meetings. We've got the crew here in the room, as you've seen, as well as all of you online. But also allows you to record everything you're doing. It's an amazing tool. Last week we did a purpose or a specific training on Zoom. So I would encourage you to go to the recordings on that. Katie, I believe, just posted the link to our on-demand video site. I can probably share my screen to show you that in real time. It's at, let's see, we have it linked to Blackboard. It's also on our faculty resources page. Right there, Open Educational Resources, Open On Demand at SDCCD. Here's, oh, there it is. There's the actual link to it. And there we are. The URL is just sdccdolvid.org, which Kate posted in the chat, I believe. And there's one of our things on Zoom, but our workshop archives go here.
Actually, I posted directly to the Get Real site.
Oh, gotcha. I'll show them that too then. So sdccdolvid.org is the site where you go to view videos that are already created. And this one by Monday, hopefully, will be in the workshop archives, which is that menu item right there. There's last week's Zoom in the Classroom. Week before was lecture capture, and the week before that was screencasting. And then just lots of other good stuff from previous events. And in addition to that, we have the one that Katie posted, which is sdccdolvid.org also, /getreal, which is our video production website, which has almost everything that I'm going to cover today on it. So who knew you didn't have to get up on Friday morning and come in to get all this information? We didn't tell you that in advance.
I know.
Sorry about that.
We have coffee.
What? You have coffee and donuts. Okay. Very good. All right, I'm going to stop the share. And everybody seeing everything, hearing everything okay? No problems? Excellent.
So far, so good.
Thanks for the nod. All righty. Again, let me know immediately if for some reason you're not seeing what I'm talking about. Very good. Okay, so smartphones. Seems like there was something else I wanted to say about that. Oh, I wanted to show you the Android. Same thing on Android. You've already put that on the chat, right, Katie?
I did. I linked to that one directly. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so that if you go to the chat tool and scroll back up, you'll be able to see that. We are going to record or to save the chat dialogue, so that'll be available online as well afterwards. Assuming somebody reminds me to do that before I end the meeting. Let's save it right now, as a matter of fact, just so we'll know we'll have this much of it. Save chat. There we go. All right.
Save chat.
Emma, when you do that, there's a little link above it. It says show in folder. It creates a text
Okay.
file of the chat.
And then where does it? I have to email it to myself, or
No, it's
Well,
saved right on your
if it's in a text file, then it's local on your machine.
it's local on my
Is it
machine.
for the whole meeting or just?
All
I
right.
mean, you don't have to. You could email it to yourself if you wanted to, but
I have to do it again.
Okay, got it.
Does it go onto my desktop, my computer?
it'll open up the when you click on show in folder.
Yeah.
It's going to show you the folder where it's been saved. I don't know if it goes to your desktop.
I think it'll go to a folder called Zoom in your documents library.
The documents. Okay.
If you're on a PC, yeah, it'll go to your documents
I'm on
library.
a Mac. I'm on a Mac.
That I'm not sure.
All right.
It'll be in the Finder. Just search for
Okay,
Zoom
okay.
in
All right.
Finder and you'll find the folder.
Let's see.
I hate to do it.
Good.
We can.
Oh, is that in the way?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Okay.
That works. Excellent.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Sorry about that. Very well. Gee, didn't take long. Any other questions about smartphone video production? What am I forgetting? Katie? Mike?
Nothing really, except that you can combine some of these techniques. So when you talk about green screens, you could do your smartphone in front of a green screen.
Right.
But I know you'll get there.
We will get to chroma key here in a little bit. Absolutely. As quickly as we went through that, probably won't be very long.
I think you hit all points.
Pardon? Oh, that's what I forgot about smartphones. Let me back up a second. Sending the video straight to YouTube from your smartphone is one way to get that video online and to share it with your students. But, of course, what if you want to edit that video first? You can put it up on YouTube and edit it there. You can download the video after you put it up on YouTube and edit it on your local machine and then put it back on YouTube if you wish. But there is some loss of quality in that transition in going up and back. So there is a way, of course, to extract the video from your smartphone and put it on your computer. And that involves a cable I think I have here. I have a veritable snake's nest of cables here, but I think I got the right one.
Most of us, the cable comes with the charger, right?
Yeah, this is just your charging cable,
Yes.
or your sync cable. Comes with a phone. On an iPhone, it's a so-called lightning cable now with this little connector on it. And the most Android phones just use a mini USB cable, or your phone will have its own cable. And all you have to do to copy video to your computer is plug your sync cable in and plug the USB cable into your computer, which I hope you'll allow me to let you assume that that's on the floor and I'm plugging it in. I get a little bump. And it tells me it's installing device driver software. And let's see if we can get this to work. It can be cranky, so we're going to see. Good. It is asking me, allow this device, that you just plug this into to access your photos and videos. In other words, do you trust that computer? Yes, I'm going to allow. I think you saw that. So now the iPhone basically becomes a thumb drive. If I share my screen here, darn it, went away. Afraid of that. Let me share my screen. There it is. And you should be able to see now a little dialog that pops up and asks me, okay, what do you want to do? Well, I want to open my device to view files. Or you can just find this in your Windows Explorer. Matter of fact, I may have to do that. There it is, Apple iPhone. Come on. Oh, I bet I know what it did. It's put it over on the other screen, which is not hooked up right now. Shoot. Let me try something real quick here. Didn't think about that. Don't want to extend, I want to duplicate. Okay, if that didn't totally destroy everything, we'll keep the changes. Okay. Now, let's see if I can find this Windows Explorer again. Oh, that's not good. Windows Explorer crashed. Oops. All right, we'll try that again. Didn't like that while it was open. All right, there we go. There's the iPhone. Here's my internal storage. DCIM is the digital content folder. Just open that up, and there we go. And that's all my videos and photos down to the last one. There it is. That one. Okay, to get that onto my computer, it's still on the iPhone. All I have to do is copy it in the usual way. On a PC, it's just a right-click, copy. I can go to videos, which has already got a bunch of stuff in it. Gosh. Tell you what, let me put it in the music folder, even though that doesn't make a lot of sense because it's not as messy. Then I just paste it, and the video downloads. And that's all there is to sucking video off your iPhone. And it's very similar, is it not, Katie, with the Android?
Yeah. Can you, if you were in Camtasia Studio and you had done import media, it would have found this, right? You could have browsed to your phone as well, right?
Right.
Okay, just checking.
Yep. As long as the phone was, but you really wouldn't want to work with the video right off the phone.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, you'd want to get it off that first.
Link.
That makes sense.
Across that cable. So you really want to copy the video to the hard drive. A good question, a good point to make. Let me stop the share here. I think we've seen what we needed to see there. When you edit video or work with video in any way, if you play it, whatever, you really want to have it on your local hard drive if you can, if you're messing with it, as opposed to just viewing it off YouTube or something. But if you actually want to work with the video, you want to have it on your local hard drive. You have a videos library in Windows, and I think the Mac has something similar, where you can drop those files, and the hard drive has a much faster connection with your processor and memory and so on than any external device connected to a USB port would, or any networked drive that you might be working with that's somewhere else, like Dropbox or something like that. You really don't want to try to edit or manipulate video over a link like that. You want to copy the video file to your local hard drive and work with it there. Good.
There's a comment in chat about using iPhoto to drag and drop the videos to the desktop.
I'm sorry?
Sorry, there's a comment in chat for Mac users to use iPhoto to drag and drop videos.
Oh, from your iPhone. I didn't know that. That's very good to know. So that makes it even easier to move the video off your iPhone or the photos off your iPhone right onto your hard drive.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Thank you for sharing that. that's how this is supposed to work, folks. Thank you so much. Please, when you have something to contribute, have something to say, jump right in, because now's the time. It'll mean more than if you wait and try to be polite or something. Politeness gets no points today. Having a dialogue is really what we're about. That's what Zoom allows us to do. So jump in there. Thanks so much for that. Ready? So that, I think that does finally conclude what I wanted to talk about on smartphones.